All right. We are here. The moment has arrived. Who'da thunk it? Who'da thunk it? Who'da thunk it? The moment is here. Hello, it is me. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. I come to you not as the on-stream Elon, but as the off-stream human behind the character of on-stream Elon. Hello. We got a couple things to talk about today because the time has come. I genuinely thought this was going to be like another couple years, but as you know, with all good things, things must come to an end. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the music because I feel like that doesn't feel serious. I feel like I don't feel very serious, but let me just not cut to the chase, shall we? Let's talk about it. We're going to do it. We're going to talk about it. So for the past couple of years, I have said multiple times on stream and off stream that once Evo announces Evo Saudi Arabia, then that will be the end of Best of Five. And sure enough, that day has come. That day has come. That day has come. So, it is time. And there's a lot to be said about a lot of things, but I'm going to just keep it very simple. Is Best of Five actually ending? Yes. This is it. We're done. I will not be streaming on this channel anymore after this stream. Why is Best of Five ending? Well, one reason is Evo Saudi Arabia. The other reason is if, again, me as Elon the human behind the character of the Elon that you know, Best of Five has been circling the drain in my head for the past couple of years. I think that's been very evident with my lack of with my lack of consistency. There we go. And my inability to go live at a lot of times. And this is due to a lot of mental health things. This is due to a lot of real life things. This is all due to FGC things. This is due to the state of the world things, right? It's clear to me that that at this point, Best of Five, the channel that was started way before me, and somehow I'm the last one here. Who'da thunk it, right? I think Best of Five has reached its conclusion, and as with many projects and many things, we have to put the final period on the end of the story, right? And the end of the story for Best of Five is then Evo announced Evo Saudi Arabia. But I also want to be very clear. While this is the end of Best of Five, it is not the end of me, Elon, the character behind the Elon that you know. Because I've learned so much doing this show and working in things around this show. and I've developed so much, right? Like, I don't know, like, you guys saw last year, I was able to stream from anywhere. I can stream from my phone and it actually works because I got it to fucking work, right? Like, I still want to pursue content creation and this stuff. However, the content that I want to do is no longer what should be represented as best of five. So therefore, that and I have 8 other Twitch channels. Pathos, it's one. It's one other Twitch channel that I also retired from. Uh, but yeah, it's not the end of me doing content. I'm going to take some time, work on a couple things, and I'll be back. Just not under the best of 5 banner. Because I think best of 5, again, like we were talking about Tekken when I last streamed, I think best of 5 is not just me, right? Best of 5 is not me at all, if I'm going to be honest with you. Because best of 5 isn't even best of 5. Best of 5 was best of 3. The show under the Daily Dot banner. Developed by everybody's favorite Efren, everybody's favorite Michael Donkerschiller, joined by Steve Ace King Offsuit Jurek and John Velociraptor Guerrero, who had an amazing run as best of 3 and then best of 5. And then once Efren retired, I got thrust into the spotlight somehow. And then everybody left. And now I'm still here. But I think this is as difficult as it was to make this decision to end best of 5. I do think this is the correct decision. I think what can best be described as growth, and I just mean growth as in like growth as a human. For a long time, the FGC was my life, right? Now that I'm a little bit older, some would say a little bit wiser, but I don't know if I would accept that title. There's more aspects to my life that are important. That is not just the FGC, right? And this, I'm going to just speak very plainly for, like, just for my sake and for your sake, so that I'm not wasting anybody's time here. What's fucked me up the most has been living in the US this past year and a half, especially the beginning of this year. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I am a naturalized citizen, right? So first of all, I'm a naturalized citizen of the United States, and I also grew up Jewish, which means I got a lot of education about the Holocaust growing up. So seeing what's happening in the US and what's been happening in the US has made it very difficult for me to want to talk about video game. And something that's kind of like really like put the final nail in the coffin on this, if I'm going to be completely straight with you, has been Ludovic. If you guys didn't see, Ludovic, amazing Chun-Li player who's been around for a very long time, who's beat me up at tournaments. We've played a lot online. But him and I are not close in any sense of the word, but he is somebody that I've bumped into for a long ass time and somebody that I've enjoyed the presence of. And seeing that he got kidnapped by ICE, and now all of this shit is happening, uh, is quite frankly the kick in the pants to remind me that life is bigger than video games and bigger than fighting, right? Um, if you haven't followed along with this, Lud got taken sometime last week uh, due to the FGC's help with this GoFundMe campaign. They were able to get, excuse me, they were able to get a lawyer and representation and a signed order by a judge for a petition of habeas corpus, which, if I'm going to make it very plain, a petition of habeas corpus is basically saying, hey, a breach of somebody's rights has possibly happened here. This case cannot move forward until we determine that this was warranted and that this was a justifiable arrest. In spite of that judge's order, Lud was then moved to fucking Louisiana and then spending an overnight stint in chains, getting sent to fucking Georgia. This doesn't sound fucking real, dude. And the crazy thing is, Lud is one of our own, of the FGC. But he is one of thousands and tens of thousands that are getting the same treatment, if not worse. That is just unjustifiable. And this shit has fucked me up so fucking bad that I have not been able to function. So, beyond what's happening here, go read Lud's GoFundMe. Go donate if you can. And share his story. Because, you know, like, I don't think I have like the words to even like describe like how fucked up this situation is to begin with. And then how unjustifiably fucked up this situation has been, hearing what Lud's going through. And this could be any of us, and this is one of us. So yeah, like I don't know. I don't think I have much more to say. Um yeah, man. I thought a lot about like, doing like a invitational tournament to help raise funds and all this other stuff, and like trying to tie fighting games into it. But man, like I think it's just so beyond that. Right? That yeah, man, it's difficult. It's difficult to function knowing that this is happening and that this is one of us. Right? And even beyond that, I don't mean just one of us as like one of us in the fighting game community. I mean like one of us as like a fucking human being, right? That I think is what drives me fucking insane. Like having a fucking stint in chains overnight, and for those of us that grew up in America, we know exactly what that imagery looks like because we learned about it in school and how bad that shit was. Yet here we are again. History is repeating itself. Um, and yeah, this is just hard to like sit by and watch and try to pretend like I can, go about my life while this is happening. Um, so yeah, for to put it very plainly, that is also why I feel the need to close the chapter on Best of Five. Um, because I would like to talk about more than just fighting games. Not because I necessarily want to, but I think at this point it feels like I have to. Um, so I'm gonna go do that, and that's and I think the having the final period of best of five coinciding with the Evo Saudi Arabia announcement is a good enough artistic coincidence for it to for it to end. So to put it very plainly, that you know, um, I need to use what I've learned to do something bigger, and that's what I'm gonna go focus on doing. Ooh, sorry, I need to take a moment because that was very hard for me to get through. But um, I think what shouldn't be diminished is I think like the whole of best of five. I think this has been such an amazing project. Um, as just as a like as a from my perspective, I came into it already as a full thing happening. Um, and getting to learn how to do what I do as a job now through this has been really fucking cool. Um, and the whole hosting thing, I will take it or leave it. But like getting to learn all of the cool tech and learning to do all this cool stuff and having some of the craziest opportunities. Like getting to go to Evo this year as a member of the press was pretty fucking cool. That's like uh that's a big pat on the back. Die by sword. uh just rewind the VOD, man. I don't have it in me to go through it again. But yeah, it's time. It's time. Um it's time to close the book on best of five. But again, this isn't me closing the book on me as a content creator. I will absolutely be doing more. Mostly because I said, on top of wanting to, I think I feel a very strong calling to it. So I'm gonna go do that. No, I was gonna say don't. I was gonna say don't resub. Oh, God damn it. I mean, you just let me know when you're done. It's the last one. Save your money. Don't give it to Bezos. But yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna be doing my own thing. And while I do think a big part of me is about fighting games, I think not all of me is about fighting games. And I think that's the best way I can word it. Best of Elon. No. I definitely will be letting you guys know what I will be working on when I have a more presentable product, as it were. Um, but in order for me to do that, I cannot do that under the best of five umbrella because best of five is what best of five is, and it's a talk show about fighting games, and it's awesome. I had a good time with it. But I think the world needs to be in a better place. Let me know if need doodles. Doodles. And look, first Torada, now you. No, 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 no. And look, I'm. This isn't the end of me, right? This is just the end of best of five. I'm still going to Combo Breaker, and you'll still hear me about going to Combo Breaker. It just won't be under the best of five umbrella. I still plan on doing the B stream from Combo Breaker. It's just not going to be under the best of five umbrella. You know? Remember one of my goals this year, hilariously enough, I didn't know it was going to wind up leading to 15 consecutive. Oh, good lord. No, it's funny that this goal that I set up for myself for this year is what wound up being the end of best of five, which was for me to be more me, right? To be a little more annoying and like to be a little bit more myself. And in addition to all of what I explained here, I think I would feel better being more me outside of best of five. And since there is no one left taking care of best of five, we shall close the book, as it were. This is my best of five ideas notebook, and I'm gonna set it off. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna set it on fire. But this is the symbolic closing of the book of best of five. There it is. This says notebook, but pretend it says best of five book. It has been a fucking blast. I genuinely cannot thank you guys enough for allowing me the opportunity to be the clown that I am in the way that I am. And my hope is that I was able to make you laugh and enjoy fighting games, even for a split second. So, I mean, I don't have anything else to say at this point. Anybody else think of anything else? I don't know. I didn't plan this far. If I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I didn't plan it up to this part. Grab. Thanks to all of the best of team. Yeah. No. Hey, man. Up for a third option, dude. I cannot. Okay. First of all, before we talk about third option, if I may, this is a round of applause to Efren, Mike Donko Schiller, Steve Ace King Offsuit Jurek, and John Velop Seraptor Rodriguez, along with Josh, who was the tech person who taught me how to be a tech person before I was the tech person. Who else? Olson was a big part of the show for a lot of years, doing our editing. Blue was did a lot of help for us. Mean Scene did a lot of our graphics. PB Tuft helped with a lot of the producing. Blue, you absolutely were an instrumental part of this these last couple of years. You do not suck, and I think the fact that you are saying that you suck means you have bad taste. So stop it. Uh, you absolutely have helped, and you have been an immense help. These past couple of years. Crow Space Boy, the redesign. Oh yes, Automatic. Automatic was a big part of last year, and having Automatic on was so much fun for me. I feel like he didn't have as much fun as I did. I feel like every time Automatic and I hung out, I feel like he had a good time, but I had a fucking blast. Yeah, no, Automatic was a fucking blast to have on here, man. Anybody that's been a guest, uh, let me think here. Like Esfend TV is somebody that comes to mind, especially because he even came to hang out with us at UFO. Uh, let's see, we had Yohozi, now Riot Dev Yohozi. Um, who else? Low Tier God. Was Low Tier God on here? I can't remember if Low Tier God was on here or not. Uh, Triforce? Wasn't Triforce on here? Wasn't Triforce on here at some point? Oh god. Oh man. Sorry, I really had to I just had to laugh for a little bit. Oh damn. Markman, Flo. Dude, there's too many people to name. Uh oh, Triforce was, but not Low Tier God. Okay, got it. Got it. There's too many people to name. Yeah, rest in peace, Flo. Dude, I think I think I talked about this at some point, but like what I didn't expect was that like Flo's passing away had hit me a ton of bricks. Um, for those of you that didn't know, I was his YouTube channel manager for like a couple of years. Um, so him and I worked together on a lot of stuff, like the flow charts, all those intros that people were loving. Like that was my work. Him and I worked together on that stuff. Uh, and he wound up being like when I first started working at Cross Counter. Um, like my payment for working at Cross Counter was lessons with Flow. so so yeah, like I have a lot to be thankful for Flow. Um, not only as like a fighting game player, but like as a human in general. Uh, because he was instrumental in like me learning a lot of this stuff. So big ups Flow, man. I hope he's doing well wherever he is up there, floating around, whatever ghosts do. Um, sorry, I didn't know how else to get out of that other than to make a joke. Oh, so wait, Steve, you're telling me that the same episode that Triforce was on was the F Champ Cane Blue River episode? Damn, dude. You guys had it all. You guys had it all. That's so sick. That's so sick cuz I remember those two uh very very clearly, but I didn't remember that they were both at the same time. That's fucking funny. And the Cane Blue River stuff was right before NEC, right? It was right before NEC, right? Where Cane Blue River lost the exhibition but won the tournament. No, yeah, lost the exhibition but won the entire tournament. I remember that very clearly. Yeah, dude, Steve, I hope you're doing well over there, man. I think about y'all often, especially now where Minnesota is a very scary place to be. Pretty sure it was right before. Yeah, I'm like 100% certain it was right before because F Champ shit talking was him shit talking before the exhibition at NEC. It was either NEC or Winter Brawl. I forget which one. It was one of the Big E's. I unfortunately was in Texas by that time, so I wasn't able to be there. We're okay? Good. 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 Yeah. All right, look. Like I said, I didn't plan it this far, but much like the whole thesis of this episode, I think we've been circling the drain long enough. So, for the final time, under the umbrella of Best of Five, I have been Elon, the character Elon, not the human Elon. This has been Best of Five, your favorite FGC talk show. Thank you to Efren Salinas, Steve Ace King Offsuit Jurek, Michael Donka-Schiller, and John Velociraptor Rodriguez. I will see you all under the other project. But until then, y'all have a good night. It has been my pleasure. And I thank you. I will now bow. Good night.